All right, you are watching Hijinks VR. I am Lieutenant Commander Hijinks of the United States Chair Force, and we are going to play some Project Wingman. Today, we are going to switch it on over, and I'm going to give my thoughts and a review of this game, as well as do a mission with you guys. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet to the point. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. Wow. All right. So, first thing I'm going to do here is to align my VR with the seating position here in the real world. And that basically just centers the screen so that when I get into an airplane, I'm sitting facing the correct direction in the airplane. It's not like shifted off to the side. And the way I do that is the same button you assign for camera will reset your view in VR. So we'll go over controls here in a minute. Let's start this up. First thing we always want to do whenever we start up a new game for the first time, this is not my first time, but I'm just doing it for your benefit, is we want to go take a look at our settings. Let's just go down the list. We'll just go over everything, what it does here. Gameplay, head tracking. If you use the free track head tracking system, you can use that. That's compatible with this game. And then you also have your field of view settings here. So a smaller number will basically zoom you in, and a bigger number will basically make everything look further away from you. This mostly applies to 2D screens. View camera is going to apply to 2D screens only, because I don't believe you can go into an external view while in VR. I think VR is cockpit only. So most of these settings here for camera sway and camera rotation lag, that's all for 2D screens when not using VR. The AOA module activation is hold or toggle. We'll go over that later. HUD units, I'm American, so I use knots and feet, whereas if you're in another part of the world, you may use kilometers and meters. You can choose your HUD color as well as the cockpit HUD color. Again, in VR, only the cockpit HUD color is going to affect the change, because that's the only view you get in VR. HUD, of course, we want on. Full HUD in cockpit. Yes, we want that on. Cockpit radar on. And then the unit HUD scale, basically that's how big or small the font is on, or the printing on your HUD. HUD, if you don't know, is the heads-up display. It's basically the information readout in the center of your view, in front of you in the airplane. Then we got the the radar HUD in VR. Of course, we want that on. So, back. Now, controls. This is the fun part. This takes a minute to set up. We'll just go over everything from key bindings here. You can kind of see like all the available controls, and if you push the button associated with that control, it'll light up. It's kind of a quick way to test how you have everything set up. So it also lets you test your joystick out easily through the calibration window here. As you can see, everything I have is pretty much working as intended. Let's go take a look at the key bindings. These are the basic keyboard bindings, and then it gives you additional slots so that you can assign multiple buttons to the same control. Or say, for example, you can have a keyboard and mouse set up. I don't know why you would. as well as a HOTAS setup. Basically, I only use the HOTAS mostly. I've never used the keyboard controls. But anyway, if you have an X56 and would like to copy my controls, just pause the video right here and you can take a look at how I have it set up. And then axis bindings. This is basically how you set your joystick up and everything. Again, feel free to copy my controls if you would so like to. And then curves and dead zones. This is where you can set up like the response rate of your inputs. Like say if it's way too sensitive for you to begin with, you can add a curve, which will basically make it less sensitive in the center, but then get more sensitive as you go to the outer edge. So that'll help you be more fine-tuned when you're in the game, if you're having difficulty with the sensitivity. And then the dead zone, of course, is say your controller drifts, like your plane wants to keep rolling to the right. You can add a dead zone until it stays centered for you, and then you'll just have to move the joystick out of that dead zone before it starts receiving input. And you can do that on all axes. So that pretty much is all we need to look at there. Calibration, again, that's just the testing stuff as we saw over in like the key bindings. This is the calibration window here. It has its own tab over here. I don't know why they did that. It just seems like it was the thing to do for them. And then Novice Controls. I'm an experienced sim pilot, so I'm okay with the advanced controls, but Novice Controls are probably less like a real aircraft than I would want. And then hat function, weapon review. Obviously, I control my view by just turning my head in the VR, so I set all my hat functions to control weapons. And that's pretty much all we have to say about that. Next we have video. Resolution is a 2D screen setting. You can change the game resolution to match your monitor or turn it down to get a faster frame rate. Resolution scale is basically the same thing for VR. You can turn down the resolution scale of the render and it'll look blockier, but render faster, so you get better frame rate. Window mode's 2D screen setting. VSync is mostly a 2D screen setting, as well as the FPS cap. Usually in VR it just locks to the VR refresh rate. And then gamma basically is setting your brightness. The game looks really good with a higher gamma, where it almost washes out a little bit, but that kind of adds to the immersion because it looks more realistic in VR, especially like when you look off into the sunset and like you see a lot of glare over there. It's hard to look into the sunset in real life, so it's kind of a neat thing that they did to add more realism there. UI style, I guess there's a legacy version and then the new style by default. I don't know why they still include the legacy, but if older players are used to it, then by all means use whatever you like. All my settings are pretty much on the absolute minimums because since I have the reverb, it has a really high resolution, so it's hard to it takes a lot more horsepower to draw frames on it, and so in order to get the maximum frame rate possible, I have all my settings turned pretty much all the way low. The only one I have turned up a little bit is view distance, and that's just so I can see further out to the horizon. I like to be able to see my enemies far off, although this game does do a good job of keeping all your enemies close by. So let's go ahead and next take a look at audio. Oh, there it goes. There's a little bit of a bug in the menu there, but other than... I really haven't experienced that many bugs in this game so far. Master volume, obviously. Music volume, let's go ahead and set that down a little bit. And then dialogue volume, sound effects, UI, all that. Subtitles, on or off if you like. Apply. And then language, of course, choose your default language. I only speak bad Americanese, so that's about... English is the closest I get to that. User telemetry, basically this is their data gathering process to allow them to gain metrics to aid their development. Currently I have it declined so that it doesn't utilize any system resources to do that, since this game is really system intensive. It's one of the more taxing VR games that I have, second only to DCS World, I think, which is a much more advanced flight sim than this. So, all right. The two different game modes available are campaign mode and Conquest. Conquest is basically like single mission modes that are taken from the story. And I got a cute fluffy bunny here. Hi, Onyx. But if you don't want spoilers, then we can just go into the campaign. This is the campaign menu here. You can resume your campaign that's currently in progress. You can start a new campaign. You can fly a free mission for any mission that you've completed. Free flight in any map that you've unlocked by completing it. And then this is the settings we just looked at, and reset progression basically will delete your campaign. When you start a new campaign after already having an existing one going, you can of course choose your difficulty. Mercenaries locked out until after you've completed hard. I'm going to start on normal because it already seems challenging enough on normal. Yes, Onyx, you are a cute fluffy bunny. And then it's going to give us this introduction screen. Generations ago, a global cataclysmic event scorched the world whole. Newly exposed and volatile material combined with an earth-shattering tectonic collapse, dismantling civilization whole. The world order was destroyed. History as we know it changed forever. But from the ashes, a new era began. Hundreds of years have passed. Humanity is now in the time known as After Calamity. And then it's basically just introducing your character. We belong to the mercenary agency Sicario Corp, and our call sign is Monarch. So whenever you hear them say Monarch in the game, that's basically referring to your character as the pilot. Here are the contract details, basically your mission briefing.
Our contract with this backwater place is just about to come to an end. And, well, thank God. I don't mind a tropical vacation every once in a while, but it's not very glamorous, considering we're here to work.
Woo, I can turn the text by turning my head. That's cool.
Releases our contract, and we move on to bigger and better.
Okay, that's something cool.
You haven't gotten all that much airtime this deployment, so you're taking point with this operation.
These mission briefings are very Ace Combat style. In fact, this whole game is very Ace Combat. It's pretty much Ace Combat VR with HOTAS support.
They're a mercenary group like us who unfortunately have turned to outright piracy. According to surveillance data, we have determined that they are the culprit of the recent high-profile hijacking of the Federation-registered cargo ship May Lynx. The May Lynx is supposedly carrying volatile cargo belonging to the Federation's Department of Global Energy and Sustainability Office. Nothing specific from the Federation contact about the cargo, however, our orders are to retrieve it if possible, or to neutralize it if we can't. Attempts to negotiate for it have turned up with nothing, so we're going in. Hitman team, you are to approach the island from the south along with support and establish control over the area. Your objective is to eliminate any surrounding anti-air and resistance on the island. After that, secure an LZ for our operator group Ronin to ascertain the cargo. Once Ronin lands, Maintain air superiority until the next stage of the operation is determined. Be aware that the Burlocks have other Merc pilots on tap, so enemy reinforcements could be a factor.
Normally, we'd stay out of contact with any Federation-adjacent taskings. But this is the last thing we need to do for a current contract, so I'll let it slide. 2 birds with 1 stone. Easy enough, right? Now get to work. Dismissed.
Alright, now we're gonna start. Oh, it hasn't quite got all the keys set up. Oh, I got the keyboard on my lap still. I'm used to it being over here. Alright. Now we're going to... This is your mission menu here. I don't think Files does anything at this time. Oh, that's right. We got to use the mouse button to click. So, oh, here we go. So this basically is basically like the Files archive where you can read all about the lore of the game if you want to delve into the story, which it really seems like they're trying to tell a story with this, very much like the Ace Combat games. You know, I'm really pleased so far with this game because it really does feel like everything I wanted in Ace Combat 7 that Ace Combat 7 didn't deliver on. Like, I actually didn't buy Ace Combat 7 because it didn't provide full HOTAS support, which, why bother making a plane game for PC if you're not going to include HOTAS controller support? That just seems like a no-brainer. But, yeah, so you can see, like, most of the entries are dotted out, so I haven't unlocked them all yet. I'm still pretty new to the game, but I did want to share all my thoughts and opinions about it because I'm really excited for this. This is actually a really fun game. I've gotten a chance to play it for a while, and like I said, it really brings the level of intensity to flying games and make it really action oriented rather than as hardcore simulator oriented as such as like DCS World. DCS World's still a great game. I have hundreds of hours in it. I love DCS World, but you know, sometimes it is a lot to wrap your head around, and sometimes it takes a while to learn. And if you're just looking for some fast action, this is the game for it, man. This game has a really good feeling of flight. And why don't I just shut up and let's just jump right into it. We can replay the mission briefing, or we can start the mission. Let's go ahead and start the mission. And then that's actually going to load us up into the hangar area. And on the left-hand side of the screen here, we have all the planes that I have unlocked and are available to me. All the targets you destroy in the game earn you money, and so those credits are used to purchase new aircraft. And so, you know, I can sell other aircraft that I have. Well, some cannot be sold, but say for example, this one I bought, I can sell it. But I really like this aircraft. It's actually a really good one to use. I just want to compare it with, like, say the SV-37, because this is a new one for me. I haven't quite seen it yet. I just want to look at its stats compared to the back. Well, let's just go with the F-4E. So these are the different weapons available here. After you select an aircraft, it'll like allow you to select the special weapons for each slot. You can have up to a total maximum of 4 slots. Well, actually up to 3 slots. So you have your standard missiles and then 3 additional special weapons. So HISM is a high impact standard missile, so it works just like the standard missile but does more damage. I'm going to select that for this one. The UGBS is unguided ground bomb. 40 count of those, so I'm going to take that. there's a large bomb or a 3-pack of small bombs, and the you can see the ammo for each one of those, or you can go with the heavy gun pod. But we're going to take some unguided bombs. The MLAAs is multi-track or multi-lock anti-air missile, so that only is effective on aircraft. Semi-active air missiles, I don't really like those because you have to keep your target within a very small circle. But you can try them out if you like. I'm going to go with the MLAAs. Modules. You can have a special module, and right now I have flares. That's the only one available to me. Color schemes, you can unlock other paint jobs. Right now I have this one. So we are going to go ahead and launch. All right, here we go.
This is the ever lovely airborne warning and control systems.
Oh, look at that
aircraft
sunset.
Galaxy.
That's
Hitman
beautiful.
team, get on the clock.
Hitman 3, comic
All right,
punch.
oops.
Hitman 2,
I'm
copy
gonna
you. Clear
fall out of the
Galaxy.
sky unless I give it some throttle. So I'm gonna throttle up and head off into the fight.
Hitman 1, take your flight on this
We're gonna
vector.
roll,
Please
check the
don't see
pitch,
targets
check the
IFF.
yaw.
Engage.
Yep, everything's working as intended.
Hey, Monarch.
Guns.
Help me watch this mission. I wouldn't mind staying a few more days out here.
I have
All
no
right.
record saying that, Prez.
So the hexagons indicate targets.
Hitman 1.
Currently selected target is denoted by it flashing in white.
Rack 'em up and knock 'em down. Get to speed boost roll.
8,000 feet out is about the range that we can fire our missile, about 8,500. And boom, they are fire and forget. So once you have a lock, pipe off a missile and switch to the next target. Actually, I want to pause it right here real quick, and well, I guess I can't pause it and look at the HUD, but if we're going to go over the HUD, we have our compass at the top. That indicates our heading. The lines in the middle of the HUD basically is our pitch ladder. That tells us our degrees of inclination above or below the horizon.
Hitman 1 locked on.
The W symbol in the middle is the steer point, or the bore line of the aircraft, so that's where the nose is pointed. The airplane looking indicator around the W, that's basically our vector indicator telling us where the aircraft is actually going to go. So you can see if I slow down and let the aircraft lose speed, that drift indicator or the vector indicator will start dropping, and that means that the aircraft is basically falling out of the sky. I'll demonstrate that here real quick. There it goes. So then that's a stall warning. That means that the aircraft is going to fall out of the sky. So we're gonna go. You don't want to do that. So we're just going to restart that mission. If you die, you get an unlimited number of tries, but you have one shot to complete the mission. If you die during the mission, you have to restart the mission from the beginning.
Aircraft Galaxy. Hitman team, get on the clock.
Hitman 3, comic punch.
So now that we've covered basic handling, let's continue on with the HUD here. Speed indicator is on the left-hand scale. Stall speed is basically like 150, and then looks like our top speed is about 950. And then altitude indicator is on the right-hand side, opposite the speed indicator. And then below the altitude indicator, we're going to see the weapon stations at the bottom right of the HUD. As of right now, we have the standard missiles loaded, and we can see a quantity on those of 181, 180. And well, the first number there, that 2, is how many we have currently loaded and available to shoot. The 180 is how many we have in reserve, and that's basically our total stockpile of missiles. If we can switch weapons with the weapon select buttons, or you can cycle through if you just have a cycle button set. You can do both, and you can use both at the same time. So HISM, that's the high impact missile. That basically will do more damage than a standard missile. Unguided bombs. They basically, wherever you drop that indicator, that's where that bomb is going to hit. And it's kind of hard to hit those boats with the bombs, but I just wanted to demonstrate that. MLAA is multi-lock air-to-air, so you can actually get multiple targets locked up at the same time. Let's just wait for this. And these have a much longer range than the standard missile, so we're going to fire off 2 sets of those. You can fire up to 4 of those at a time as opposed to 2 standard missiles at a time. And then there is a cool off. You can see the green bars above the MLLE. That's your cooldown timer before the missiles reload. So now I have another 4 missiles loaded up, and I can shoot 2 of those off. Boom, boom. Okay, now I'm getting shot at, and so if I take damage, I want to know how much more damage I can take before I'm shot down. To know that, if I want to look at the bottom left of the HUD, that is the hull indicator. You can see right now I'm at 100. That's 100%. And as I take damage, that number will go down. Obviously, missiles are going to do a lot more damage to me than gunfire will, but I don't want to take any of either. Let's go ahead and switch back to our standard missiles, because these PT boats are most easily killed by those. And we're just gonna take out all these PT boats. The standard missiles are good for both ground and air targets, so you can use those on both kinds. And then we're just gonna change target, and boom, 2 of them down. And then we're gonna come back around for another pass. We'll just take out the ones on the outer edges the most. Stay out of the middle so we don't take too much fire. Finishing off the tour of the HUD is the gun counter directly above the hull indicator. That tells us how many gun rounds we have remaining. And so far, I haven't run into a situation where I've ever run out of guns. So feel free to use them. I mean, obviously, if you're wasting your ammunition, you're gonna run out. So don't throw your missiles away like they were Pez. Use them when you think you're actually gonna score a hit. One cool thing I really like about this is if you fly through a cloud, you get rain on your canopy. Oh, you can see the water dripping. Oh, it's so cool. Let's finish off those PT boats. There's one. Oh, I took damage. Oops. Trashed the first shot. All right, there we go. Oops. My friendly actually did something. Once in a while, your wingman will kill a target. Woo! All right. I really like how you can watch the ground underneath you and then find your target, look over your shoulder, and come back around. There we go. Boom. Actually, let's try doing some of these doing these with bombing runs. As we can see our bombing indicator in front of us, that tells us where our bomb is going to land. And I think I might have already said this, but if not, I'm covering it once again. Oh yeah, I tried earlier in the mission and wasn't too good at bombing. But let's see if we can do this one.
Pickle.
We'll put 2 on it.
Dropped. Heads up.
And then 1 there too. Oh, come on. There we go. Boom. If your target is inside that circle, boom, it will be destroyed, or at least take damage. It might take more than 1 hit, depending on the target. Alright, standard missile. Oh, looks like we got priority targets this way. Ah, here we go. We got some F4s trying to take off. We are gonna shut that shit down. Wa-boomba! There we go. And it looks like we got some friendly high-value targets in. Oh, we got enemies inbound too. Let's go get them. We're gonna go ahead and pipe off of a valley of MLAs. Oh, cool. Got 2 of them. We're gonna switch back to standard. Actually, I'm gonna go with the high impact. Oh,
Missile is on the way.
I trashed that one. Oh, too close for missile. He's gonna snap across my. Oh, we're gonna toggle to a different target. Try to see if we can hit him. Nope. Sometimes they're difficult. Boom. Gun kill. Lit him up. Ah, shit. There we go. He should be down. Boom. Whoa, missile alert. Gonna pipe off some flares. That's the special module button, which I have attached to my pinky switch. And this looks like my last target. He keeps coming across my nose, but that should do it. Boom. Yeah.
Hitman team, stand by until Ronan gives the all clear.
Okay. Got some more bombing runs to do.
Galaxy, we've got eyes on target. Looks like some sort of chromium containment chamber. Reading says it's unstable. That bodes
Pickle.
Pickle. Copy, Ronan. How much is present? Enough to keep an airship powered for the according to our sensors. It's not anything we can carry out of here.
Pickle.
One moment, putting the contact on the line.
Pickle. see how many of those I get.
Clean the scene.
Oh no, it
Everything you've
dropped it
witnessed
way too far.
Federation created. Destroy it.
Oh well.
Copy that. Rodin, exfiltrate. You heard that, Monarch? Highlighting a new target on your IFF. Blow it when they're out. You Galaxy. You're clear of it, man.
Alright, we're just gonna go top down on this one. Pickle. And oh, looks like I did actually hit the substations with that last bomb.
Bombs on the way!
Ba-boomba! Ba-boomba! I like me some bombs. Okay, now we gotta blow that cargo. Oh, let's just appreciate the sunset here for a second. Looks beautiful. Okay, got a job to do. We're going straight over. And pickle. That looks like it's gonna overlap on both. All right. Let's take a look at, let's see what we've done. Whoa! Yeah! Woo! Look at the fireworks. That is awesome.
Objectives complete, Hitman. RTB at your leisure.
I guess you did the thing.
Still
All right.
RTB.
Just drop out and become a server or something, you bum.
Oh yeah, me, you, and Flight Lead here just running a little beach ball in a gentrified resort built from our blood money. Sound good, Monarch? Hold that thought. We've got inbound from due north. Same bearing as before. Fighters approaching the flight to your direct south. Flash ident or we will flag it as hostiles. Easy. Flashing IFF. We're just the help. And by the looks of it, went to the power pause. You hired by those mercs in the fort, bud?
There's our target.
Since now, I guess. We got our behalf here. It's our business. I'm sure you guys understand. Put me on, Galaxy. This is Assassin 1, call sign Kaiser. I'm the leader of the Sicario mercenary corps. We do understand your situation. Sorry about losing your revenue stream, gentlemen. But you know how this business goes. Don't sweat it. We're about to break off and go west anyway. Towards Cascadia.
Cascadia.
Yeah, haven't you heard? Civil war against the Federation. Some rogue Cascadia ambassador's been island-hopping, dropping off contracts and information all day. Yeah, rebels need bugs, I need a job. Master Goose 1, out. You see, that's a team name that sounds fun to have. Right, boss? Boss? Civil war in Cascadia. Interesting.
Laters, guys. Looks like that's a successful end to mission 1. And then, of course, we have our obligatory
The money came through
debrief.
from this contract, and our opportunities in this region.
There's our
are just
total
about dried
payout
up.
down there.
If no one objects, and your contract with Sicario is still in effect.
Shows you a
pack your
breakdown of
bags.
ground units
I
and
looked a
breakdown
little
of
into
air
the
units
Cascadian
destroyed.
situation.
Uh,
I believe we'll make a little something.
This
of
is
ourselves.
what our teammates have killed for us. And then that's pretty much the summary. Looks like I got a bonus payout of 2,000. So this is like the total grand payout. And like I said, use those credits to purchase new planes. So, man, is this game fun. This is everything I hoped and dreamed it would be in the spiritual successor to Ace Combat. Obviously, Namco's been
Sicario
missing
is
the
moving
mark.
west, ladies and gents.
And,
Information coming out of country has been spotty, but well,
Second
let's
mission.
just say there's a demand for people of our pedigree. The Federation's been eyeing a takeover of Cascadia's resources for years, as far as I remember. And it seems the Cascadians weren't going to take it lying down, based on what info has been leaked out. For those of you who don't know, Cascadia is a nation along North America's western seaboard, one of the largest on Earth, and one of the most prosperous due to its abundant natural resources and geothermal energy deposits. I've never been, but I hear it's beautiful. A country with limitless energy at its fingertips. I know some of us who were born out here in the periphery can't even imagine it, but I'm sure this hits closer to home for some of you. Moving along. There's a communications blackout both in and out of the country. And as far as the international news goes, nothing is going on except a few riots. Based on the mercenary networks, however, that is a complete lie. A full-blown conflict is proceeding. We've reached out and were given a rendezvous by a Cascadian group called the Independence Force, the main anti-Federation group recognized by the national government. I presume the Federation has the borders on lockdown to stop people like us from coming in, so stay on our toes. If we get found out by a patrol, we'll send one of our flights off to take care of them.
Sicario is moving northwest towards a rendezvous point set by Cascadia's Independence Force. We don't expect any heavy resistance given our route of ingress. However, each of our fighter groups will be pulling shifts to preserve fuel and ammo. Hitman team, you will be responsible for the last leg of the journey, which will take us over into Cascadia proper. Be prepared to intercept border patrols.
I know some of you might not be too enthused to be fighting the Federation, so I invite you to leave with what you have of your contract. You'd only slow us down.
Whatever. I ain't going nowhere. I live for this. Alright. Looks like the start key only works half the time, so we still have to use the escape key on the keyboard. For the most part, we don't really need that on our lap at all. So, again, we're going to start this mission up. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I am really enjoying this game. It is super fun. So glad that it came out. You know, Ace Combat was really missing the mark, and I'm glad that this really picked it up. Okay, so that looks like a Viggen made by Saab. That's a Swedish plane, and that's a ground attack specialty plane. Let's see, I'm getting quite a lot of money, so I might as well just buy planes. Actually, I'm just gonna keep going with this one. I want to see what else comes up. All right. So again, we just pick our weapons. Basically the same loadout we had last mission. Start key to commence.
All Sicario elements
24 days after the start.
coming up the rear. Vector order set before they get close.
Hitman 1, take right. We'll play backup.
This is Hitman 2. Weapon safeties are off. Let's see how much Federation planes pay out.
Yeah.
Targeting system updated to all Federation signatures.
Hold the radar button to view the entire battle space on your radar and find your next target. It's basically like holding the map button in Ace Combat.
I don't want to be the first to commit high treason, so on you.
We're gonna use MLAs.
Fox 3,
And Fox 3's away. Nothing doing there. Back to standards.
Looks like it's true. Federation is weapons free in Cascadia. Even when we crossed into other Federation states illegally, they didn't dare open fire on us like this.
Oh, here we go. I got missile alert. Okay, flares out. We're just gonna toggle on the next. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Shit. Shit.
Off radar.
They would call that a maneuver kill. All right, let's start this up. I'll cut that last part out. All right. We got some big old cargo ships. And some nicer planes than what I'm flying. Oh. Looks like gotta go intercept.
Weapon safeties are off. Let's see how much Federation planes pay out.
Is our targeting system outdated to log on Federation signatures?
I've had them programmed long before we thought about coming this way. Inmate team, we're clear to engage.
Alright.
Alright, Monarch.
Take these guys on.
High treason, so on you.
Get those out sooner rather than later. See if anything connects. Yeah, I got one. It's worth the volley if I got one.
Looks like it's true. The Federation is weapons free in Cascadia. Even when we crossed into other Federation states illegally, they didn't dare open fire on us like this.
We were expecting freelancers and smugglers, not an actual fighting group. What gives?
We're sending an inquiry up to Wyatt. Stand by.
Boom.
Monarch, shot one down.
Gun kill. Oops. Oh, I got damaged. Down to 78% hull. See if we can get some gun hits. Oh. I'm gonna switch to the high impacts. Oh, yep, hit him. Boom. Oh shit. That one. Oh shit. Yeah. Cool. So again, those high impacts are just a standard missile with higher, bigger warhead, a bigger waboomba. Oh yeah, you think so, huh?
Positive tone.
Boom! Yeah, that's a confirm. Oh.
Enemy locking on! Break!
There's another gun kill. Boom! Didn't mean to pipe off too, but I get a little trigger happy sometimes. Come on, come on, go! Launch. Oh yeah!
I've got a good tone.
Boom! Yeah! This game definitely gives you some great feelings. Oops. There's another hit. Whoops, that's a trash. Well, I'm getting some gun hits. Oh shit. That's a hit. Yeah! It's another gun kill. Where else? Where else? Oh, that's it. Oh. See on my radar here. They're behind. There we are. And then our map. Let's go with the MLS.
Now that we can gather, you're engaged with a private security corporation called Sicario. We need specifics, Command. It's a smaller-sized mercenary group that's
Come on, get him. Get him.
active around the periphery.
There's one.
Calling through the records, but we're not equipped to deal with them. Send reinforcements. Copy, stand by. Radar block, take him down.
That one's trash.
Search and destroy.
Mercenaries, huh? I thought we ran you lot out after Oceania.
Team, move all this down. Full squadron, we cannot let Mercs of this caliber.
Yeah.
Roger that. We intersect.
Changing targets. Line them up, Monarch.
Yep.
Good tone, good tone.
Yeah.
The streets are going by my way. Going for a missile launch.
Yeah. I don't know why, but these missiles just seem like they're doing so much better.
I'll take care of this one.
Maybe I'm just getting better at the game.
I got a good count on him. Cannonball pressure dropping.
Yeah, that was a good gun kill. Tag team action.
Burning up. Incoming movies. On good tone. Nice shot.
Yeah. All right, high value target. All right.
They're in my sights.
Whoa!
Down.
Yeah.
Going defensive.
That's kill.
There's a hole in my wing.
That's kill.
Value target down. Because Galaxy?
We just lost contact with Blue Squadron's flight in this area. Destroyer Espadon, advise disengagement. We've got eyes on the perpetrators.
All right.
Moving too smooth.
On to the next targets.
We can take him.
Switching to MLAAs.
Screening pads at Alpha. Federation airship tagged and marked. MNT.
Ooh.
This one's all yours. An airship.
Pour it out.
Intercepts. What the hell is the Federation so afraid of?
Logical deduction.
Oh, yeah! I got 3 of them! Woo! Switch back to the high impacts. Yep. Yeah, that's a good hit. What else? Well, looks like it's just those. I'm gonna go hit the FC8 first. Boomba! Did I not get it? Oh, it's still going. It's still going.
Fire's gone off early.
Oh, I ran right into the back of its dead carcass. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, this is fun though. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Like I said, every time you die, you gotta restart the mission. You gotta do it start to finish. So you gotta really be careful about it.
This is Hitman 2. Weapon safeties are off. Let's see how much Federation planes
Gonna
pay
go
out.
with the MLAAs again.
System updated to all of the Federation signatures?
I've had that programmed long before we thought about coming this way.
And as soon as we have tone, we are gonna pipe those off.
All right, Monarch. I don't want to be the first to commit high treason, so on you.
2 away. Got 1. Alright.
Maintain current angels. Copy. Requesting target bearing. Push 3 level. Target
well, that was a wasted missile, but okay, I killed the target. There we go. We'll just MLAA them all. I got one. Got the isms. Yep. That's a miss. It's too high aspect. Boom, that's destroy. Alright, here we go. That's a kill. MLAs. Shit. There's one. There's two. Miss.
Clear it for guns.
Gonna go for that one.
Fox 2,
nope.
Fox 2.
Tried for the snapshot, didn't work. Oh.
Positive tone.
Yep.
Enemy on radar. I can't take another hit like that.
Yeah, that's a gun kill. Alright, there's another one. And that's a kill. Boom. That's the one that's the bugger that's trying to get on my nuts.
Hitman 1 within gun range. There's smoke up in the cockpit. Missile away.
That's a destroy. Gun kill. Gun kill. Where are you? Oh, there's one. I'll just go with you. Yeah! I wasn't sure if that one was gonna hit. I thought it was gonna return it. Where are you? Come back here. Yeah, it's another gun kill.
That Flight 3 is feisty. Adjust appropriately.
Switching to MLAAs.
Be careful of the enemy AA.
I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot.
Do we have any QRS on standby?
Shoot.
Away. It's mine.
Got one.
Gather. You're engaged with a private security corporation called Sicario. We need specifics, Command. It's a smaller size mercenary group that specializes in aerial operations, active along the periphery. We're still combing through the records, but it's thin. Monarch, I'm equipped to deal with them. Send reinforcements. Copy, standby.
Yeah. That's a confirmed kill. Oh. Oh. That's the guy who was trying to shoot at me. That's a kill.
Painting targets. Line them up, Monarch.
2-for-1 sale.
ACS failure. Missiles away.
Still alive.
Getting a radar lock.
Listen to show me. Cleared for guns. He's shooting.
That's but.
Hostiles.
Alrighty.
Breaking. Monarch shot
Woo.
one down. On the defensive.
Yeah. Well, boom buzz. I love everything just blowing up all around me. Yeah.
We just lost contact with Blue Squadron's flight in this area. Destroyer Espadon, advise disengagement. We've got HOTAS in the perpetrators. Looking for swift flights. We can take him. Escorts. Forward to
1, 2, 3. Oh, I got 3 of them.
tagged and marked. MNT.
Going back to the high impactos.
An airship doing intercepts. What the hell is the Federation so afraid of?
Oh, got him. Yeah. Oh, let's go get that guy. Whoa.
Engines on fire.
We're just gonna come cycle back around like that. And we're gonna pop off another volley here. And another volley. High impact. Fox 3. Oops. Well, boom, but I'm taking fire. And it's from that guy.
Hitman 1, missile away. We've got a lock.
We're offset. Place the bulkheads.
Lock's fired.
Looks like you don't have to wait for another missile type to finish loading. Oh, that's right. Need throttle to stay in the air.
Shot out.
Whoa, I'm taking fire.
He's shooting.
Oh yeah, well,
I've got a good tone.
Fox 3. I'll take care of this one.
apparently I am not getting it.
He's shooting.
Oh, that system up there is system destroyed. There goes.
We've got a lock.
Gun kill. This has massive planes, just like the old school, like Ace Combat games. So awesome. Just everything I hoped for, everything I wanted. Yes, yes. So much yes. So fucking cool.
To approaching unidentified aircraft. When the night comes, how do we return home? By midnight's light. Confirmed. Welcome to Cascadia, Sicario. Follow us. We have a temporary landing strip set up for you mercenaries.
Yeah. Down here in the rain. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Woo. All right. Looks like we're going to go in for a landing. And there is our landing strip. And we basically just want to ride that stall right at the point where that indicator is going to start dropping away from under us. That's like basically meaning we're about to just fall out of the sky. And we're actually going to point our nose at the end of the runway, and we're going to use our throttle to steer the vector indicator, the circle with the wings, the little airplane looky thingy in the HUD. We're going to place the W at the far end of the runway, and we're going to place the circle, the vector indicator, at the close end of the runway, and we're just going to keep those there, and this is going to be how we land the plane. This landing sequence is actually much less forgiving than the Ace Combat landing scenarios in like the old Ace Combat 4, Ace Combat 5 era games. I don't know if any of y'all played the old school PlayStation games, but yeah, now we're just gonna, there we go. We are on the runway, so now we can steer with the rudders, but just pull back on the throttle and the plane will stop. Mission complete. Birds on the ground. Yeah. Alright, sortie summary.
Thanks to your efforts, Sicario was
Air
able to rendezvous
units,
with our
allied
contact and refuel for
kills.
the mission ahead. You'll be heading back out within the hour.
2,000 bonus,
so stay on your
payout
toes, or else your time in
$95.90.
Cascadia will be short-lived.
That's awesome. On to the next. Homestead.
Hello, Sicario. I'm Captain Griffiths, otherwise known as Stardust.
Hi, Captain
From now
Griffiths.
on, I'll be your point of contact with the Cascadian Independence
It's the
Force.
Captain Griffith
I was a
show.
National Guard pilot when it all went down, and now I'm working with you. We're pressed for time, so listen up. Cascadia's prosperity, our natural bounty, has always gone to support the world. For the last few decades, we have done this by our partnership with the Pacific Federation, providing aid and infrastructure to the less fortunate internationally. The Federation, however, in recent years has used the resources we provided to forcefully expand by conquest and military strength. We could not let our cordium or geothermal deposits fuel this war machine. Cascadia as a nation sought independence from the Federation outright, in order to prevent the Federation from imperially expanding further. Unfortunately, they turned against us. They have seen fit to unify and federalize Cascadian infrastructure as a whole. When we resisted, they turned the country inside out. We refuse to let that stand. So, here's the plan for you mercenaries right now.
In northern Cascadia, Rosedower AFB was a joint base used by both the Cascadian National Guard and the Federation. When hostilities took off, however, the Federation seized the base from the National Guard. Your objective today is to take back the base into our hands. Hitman Team will lead aerial operations, wiping out any anti-air defenses. Circus, our transport aircraft carrying Sicario's airborne troop element, will then vector in and drop onto the base to secure it.
Cool.
Take care not to damage the facilities too much during the attack. Sicario and other mercenary elements will be using this base afterwards. I'm sure you want to operate from an actual base anyway, as opposed to some dirt strip. So let's get rolling.
That's awesome. Okay, so it still requires an escape at the press there. Okay, on to the next mission. This is mission number 3. We're gonna start. No, boom. Let's go. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Still no other planes to buy. Maybe I have to buy other planes before I can progress. I got plenty of cash, so I'll just go ahead and buy them all. I'll call them my Poke planes. Buy them all. Gonna catch them all. So, just a quick observation. This is supposed to be like, 400 or 500 years in the future. Why are we still using airframes from the 1970s? That's crazy. Oh well. Whatevs. Let's just go ahead and keep rolling with that plane. Same loadout as normal, because that is an awesome loadout.
You're good to go.
There we go. Just max throttle to take off, it looks like. Yep, here comes the vector indicator. And we're airborne. Woo! All right, we are underway. Here we go.
Rose Hour AFP on the nose. Wingman, you're already warmed up, so you're back on point. Soften the place up, but try to keep the good stuff sanding. Wingman team, engage.
All right.
Approaching Rose Tower.
Just gonna start taking out these AAs with regular missiles.
Hitman's not doing so bad today. For being the runs of the river.
There we go.
Locked on. Monarch never disappoints, that's for sure. All airborne, prepare for a hot drop. Monarch opening fire.
Enemy destroyed.
Going defensive. Taking a contract here of all places. You know what they say about all roads, right, Nick?
Boom.
Not now, Ted. Not now. Damage control.
I like the time of day they chose for this mission. Oh, he shook that one. Not gonna shake that one. Yep. Boom buzz. There we go. Come on. Oh, he shook me pretty good on that one. Let's see if I can get a snapshot on him. Yep, there he is. All right, we're just gonna switch to standard missiles now. Oh, those are all AA.
Monarch missile shot.
Yep,
Good kill.
that one. Stall warning.
It's all lined up.
Ground asset destroyed.
I don't want to die, damn it. Move it.
Monarch missile away.
Let him up.
Ground asset knocked out.
Couple of Waboombas. Boom, boom. Let's go back to the standard missiles and hit that cruiser again. shit. That's Sam. Hi, Sam.
Man down. Everyone for themselves.
Monarch, you're locked on.
Target down.
I'm still working out here. Whoa.
Ground unit destroyed.
Alrighty. Oh. MLAA is selected.
Tracking.
What are those? DV-204s. They're nothing now. Standard missiles. Hi, my name is Sam, and I'm a member of AA.
Stacked up.
Alrighty. Is that bunnies? Yeah, I got bunnies running through here.
Talking about? They're taking all the dough. This is circus. We're over to DC, so get the hell out and take that one away.
Go, go, go. Let's take this damn airstrip.
Away. You know, I'm impressed with how many people stayed for this contract, boss. Especially since we're going up against the Federation. You should know after all this time with this galaxy. The bigger the foe, the bigger the story.
There he goes again.
I'm not in this for the money, remember? I'm here for history.
Well, the rest of us are here on binding contracts. So please, just don't get us killed, boss.
That's up to you. We don't have the firepower to take them on. What? Otherwise, you can down all these guys. Ground asset knocked out.
Alright. There we go. Damn, it takes 3 missiles?
You're in gun range.
Oh shit.
Someone's on me.
Ooh, they do have the FC-16. Come on. Oh, it's hitting me.
Monarch, you're locked on.
Gun kill.
Monarch missile on the way.
Waboomba! Yeah.
We need support now.
Where?
This is Crosstalk Squadron. Commencing intercept.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. There we go.
Ready to engage. Show me a fight.
We had mercs crossing the border. They're supposed to be at Wolf Deck.
Uh-oh.
Enemies locking on. Break. Monarch, Fox 3. Defeating.
Now on us, Monarch! Break!
Monarch, you've got incoming.
Ah, F-18s now, huh? That's gun kill. That's gun hit. And I'm not going down. I'm gonna go up.
Monarch, you've locked on.
No, I'm not. Not yet.
They're in my sights.
Pop countermeasures!
Cool.
Radar lock, take him down. Radar lock. I'm taking it in.
I've got a good cone.
They're in my sights. Spot on support, hit me a team.
Woo! Mission complete.
You already got the job, Sicario.
Look at this brand new airfield we got.
What can we say, Stardust? You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Rifleman to reserve a nice hangar space for us? You know, in exchange for our good work up here.
There was no such thing as nice this far north. You should know that.
Never flew any skies like you did. Not like this. Airstrip is secured. Outside of the air defenses, there wasn't much else in terms of resistance. We're patting down prisoners and electronics, but you're good, boss. Excellent work today, Hitman. You get first pick for hangar and bunks. Hitman team, begin landing sequence. You lucky bastards. Roast hour is ours.
You make my job easy as usual, Monarch. Good show.
Don't make Cascadia regret hiring you all.
Yeah. Hey. Cute fluffy bunny, what are you doing?
Hitman 1. We've got you on a
All right.
en route for touchdown.
Here we go. Gonna go do this landing here, and we are going to call this a complete mission. We're gonna call this one good. Just gonna line up with the W at the far end of the runway. And keep that thrust vector, or keep the keep the vector indicator at the near end of the runway. It is snowing. Cool. I like some weather effects. going to flare, and plane is touchdown. We have touchdown! Woo! Mission complete. Alright, this is awesome. What are you doing, Bonner?
It's
All
rough
right.
around the edges, but as far as forward operating bases go, this isn't the worst we've been at. The base didn't sustain too much damage, and there's room enough for everyone, even the other freelance mercs.
The Independence Force of Cascadia is now the collection of true Cascadian sovereignty, and when the time comes, we'll see Cascadia rise to its own liberty without the Federation. I've been instructed by the remnants of our national government to be your liaison for the duration of your contract with us, of which we've sent to Kaiser for you to sign later. To be truthful, I don't agree with your way of life, but you've come to Cascadia to aid us, and for that, I can't complain. We'll pay you what you do, as
okay.
long as you give us your best. Get settled in. We need you up in the air soon.
One last thing, everyone. We're going by our TAC names for the duration of this contract. I'm pretty sure my name is public domain in regards to Sicario. However, we've gone to great lengths to keep yours hidden. If you break it, it's on your ass. You know how bounty hunters are if they have a name. Dismissed.
Right. Okay. And that does it for this session. I am going to call that one good. And
Listen up.
yeah,
We're
we're
about
going
get
to
started. A lot of
we
mercenaries
can
from around the
we can just escape out of that, and we'll rewatch that, and we rejoin the mission. But we're just gonna exit out for now. And hey, I really appreciate you guys joining me. If you guys enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, leave me comments down below. Let me know how I can improve. If you think I'm fat, ugly, and I suck at life, tell me. And hey, y'all stay frosty out there. And yeah, wear clean underwear, because in case you get blown out of the sky, that's the last flaming remnants that are going to fall to Earth. So make sure they're clean and not covered in poop. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to bring you more videos later, but I just want to end this one for now. Thank you so much. We will see you.